Several months ago, I was given the opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to be on NPR. It happened like this. I was driving down the road, listening to Marketplace on the radio, and a segment comes on called Road Warriors. Now, Road Warriors was a segment where they asked business people when they had, who spent a lot of time on the road, when they had downtime, what was their favorite music to listen to. And they were interviewing the chief strategy officer of Pandora Radio. And he said that when he had downtime, he liked to listen to a Ben Folds song called Late. Well, I was driving. I didn't catch the name of the song. So 3 days later, I decide I'm going to find out the name of this song, because they played a little bit of it, sounded good to me. So I go into the archives, and in the archives I find out it's the Ben Folds song Late. Then I scroll to the bottom of the web page, I read the comments people left, and leave one of my own. And I think, no one's going to read my comment. It's in the archives. I was wrong. 3 days later, I get an email from Millie at Marketplace. Millie says, "Hi Steve, I'm putting together tonight's segment on letters, and I would like to include a portion of your comment in the segment. Could you please send me your phone number where I can call you?" Hey, cool. I sent her the phone number. I'm thinking, yes, this could qualify as 30 seconds of my 15 minutes of fame. She calls me 3 hours later. She asks me to read my comment into the phone, and then when she's done, she says, "Listen, you're a road warrior. Why don't you sing into the phone one of your favorite songs?" Well, brain freeze sets in. I can't think of anything except a Ben Folds song. I can only remember the first 3 lines. But I do it. Don't know why, but I do it. And she says, I said, "I'm sorry, I can only remember the first 3 lines." She says, "It's okay, good enough. Listen, I can't promise you it's going to be on tonight's show. I'll do the best I can." 6:30 comes. Marketplace comes on WHYY radio. I am breathless with anticipation. Halfway into the show, they get to the letter segment. They get to one letter, and another letter, and another letter, and they get to the last letter. It's mine. And I hear Kai Risdall saying, "As it is with Steve from New Jersey," but he doesn't just pop in the earbuds and crank up the iPod. Oh no. And then you hear me saying, "My preference is to seek out the local karaoke bar and sing my heart out. And Ben Folds is a favorite choice." And Kai cuts in and says, "Usually it's a song called Landed." And then you hear me singing the first 3 lines. We hit the bottom, thought it was my fault, guess in a way that it was. And then it ends. Now, the clever engineers at Marketplace play the real song in the background. So it sounds like I'm having a teenage moment. It sounds like I'm singing along to the record because I'm the next Ben Folds. No way. And it's so clear when I hear it. Uh-oh, I'm glad I didn't tell anybody about this. So before I go to bed that night, I check my email. And in my inbox is an email from my son in Atlanta. He heard the broadcast. He sent an email to the people at Marketplace and copied me. In his email is a picture of Ben Folds face palming. And he says, "That's Ben's reaction to the horror that you just aired." And he says, "I want to thank you people for getting my dad to sing on national freaking public radio. And I'm sure it's only going to take me a few years of therapy to get over this." I think, great, I'm glad my wife hasn't heard this. So the weekends, I head home for the weekend, I go looking for my bride, and I find her in the kitchen, waiting for me. I am in the receiving end of the glare. The glare creates an environment in a room, something like out of a scene from Sixth Sense. The temperature drops by 50 degrees, I can see my breath. So I asked the inevitable question, what did I do now? "You know." "No, I don't." "Well, let me help you. Karaoke bars, Ben Folds, ring a bell?" "Oh, that. How did you hear about it?" "Oh, it turns out my cousin heard you singing on NPR on his way home from work, and he called here to congratulate you. I asked him what it was all about, and he sent me the podcast. And I listened to it. I said, wait, don't tell me. I sounded like a cat being strangled to death by its own tail. She said, well, not really that bad, but almost. You were flat. Well, I wasn't going to argue the point with her, because I never bothered to even explain to her that great enabler of karaoke night, which is known as alcohol. See, now, alcohol will tell you, yes, you can do that Ben Folds song. And then when you're done, it says, you were awesome. You sounded just like Ben. And if you never hear a recording of yourself, you believe it. And you never find out that you just invented a new form of torture, as Simon Cowell would put it. So now I'm about to end my tale of 30 seconds of infamy. But I'm going to end it with a song. I should know better, but you might want to cover your ears. The tune is from House of the Rising Sun. The words, they're mine. Wives, tell your husbands not to do what I have done. When Marketplace comes calling, tell them say no to singing a song. And husbands, if you think it's a good idea at the time, when you're sleeping on the sofa, you've only yourself to blame. Thank you very much.